Have you ever wondered why, after a total EMP strike, when all electronics turn into bricks, HF frequencies suddenly come alive? These are the voices of those who are no longer here, broadcasting from a reality that has taken our place. Today I will tell you what is really picked up on shortwaves when the world plunges into darkness. I survived the first hours after the flash. The electromagnetic pulse burned out everything, from your smartphone to your car's ignition system. The cities fell silent. But my old tube transistor, hidden in a Faraday cage, came to life. And what I heard between 7 and 10 megahertz made me wish I had gone deaf at the moment of the explosion. Silence that wasn't there. The first 24 hours of SHTF are a vacuum. You wait for news, wait for instructions from the government, but the airwaves are clear. I cranked the tuning knob all the way. There should have been emptiness in the HF band, the ionosphere was in chaos. But instead of silence, I came across a signal. Powerful. Clear. Frequency 4625 kHz. The famous UVB-76 buzzer? No. The sound was different. It was like the rhythmic breathing of a giant lung. Inhale, 5 seconds. Exhale, 5 seconds. And then, a voice. Dry, devoid of intonation, it began reading out coordinates. My coordinates. Broadcasts from nowhere. I thought it was the military. But the logic fell apart, transmitters of such power could not have survived. By night, the signal changed. Black reports began. The voice read lists of names. I recognized the surname of my neighbor from the building across the street. The radio said, status removed. 10 minutes later, I saw through the window how shadows approached his house. No flashlights, no sound. They just went inside. No one came back out. On the third night, the frequencies filled with music. It was distorted 1930s jazz, sped up 3 times. In the pauses between tracks, someone was crying and asking to turn off the light. The worst part? The radio picked up signals even when I removed the batteries. The tubes continued to glow with a dim violet light. The void used the ionosphere like a mirror, reflecting not radio waves, but our fears. The EMP didn't just destroy civilization. It tore away the thin film of reality. The void radio stations are not people. They are parasites that feed on the informational hunger of survivors. They lure you in. One night I heard my mother's voice. She died 10 years ago. She was naming frequencies where it was safe, where there was food and warmth. I had already packed my backpack when I noticed one detail. The radio was broadcasting the sound of footsteps outside my door in sync with what I heard in reality. They were already here. They were using HF waves like echolocation to find everyone still capable of listening. On the 5th night, a countdown began on the air. At the number 3, I saw the air in the corner of the room begin to pixelate. From the void, accompanied by radio interference, a figure began to emerge. It was made of static, gray, trembling, without a constant form. It reached out its hands to me, and from its mouth my own voice was being broadcast, begging for help. At that moment I understood, the EMP didn't destroy our world. It simply removed the noise that had prevented them from seeing us. I survived only because I managed to pour the receiver in concrete and ground the bunker's rebar to a deep vein. The signal has died down, but I still hear it in my teeth when a storm rolls in. If SHTF happens, forget about communication. Silence is the only barrier we have left. As soon as you turn the tuning knob and hear your name, you are already dead. You just haven't finished listening to the broadcast yet. If this story made you think about your survival and about the doors we open trying to find connection in the void, leave a like. Write in the comments whether you believe radio waves can affect matter. Let's discuss it while we still have the internet. Subscribe to the channel, here we reveal the true essence of SHTF horror and conspiracy theories every week. Don't look for signals where there should be darkness.